She leaned back in her chair like victory was already hers. That smug little smirk of hers looked rehearsed, cutting through the heavy courtroom silence as she spoke. The prenup is airtight. The judge scribbled notes. Her attorney tugged his tie with a quiet kind of arrogance. I said nothing. Instead, I pushed the document across the table, tapped a single section, and reclined. That's when I saw the color drain from her lawyer's face. His mouth moved, but no words came at first. Then he clutched her wrist and muttered urgently, panic leaking through his composure. The house, the accounts, what did you do? I remember when her smile wasn't a weapon. We'd met at a fundraiser years ago. She had a presence, magnetic, refined, untouchable. I thought I was fortunate she noticed me. At that time, I was still building my company from the ground up, brick by brick. She called me her visionary, told me she believed in me, that we were a team. And I believed her. For years, I carried the weight while she basked in shine. Designer handbags, luxury trips for her mental health, endless nights out with friends I never met. I convinced myself it was balance, convinced myself this was love, until the cracks began to spread. She stopped explaining her late nights. Her phone flipped face down the instant I entered a room. The faint trace of cologne, not hers, clung to the passenger seat of her car. I didn't confront her then. I simply watched, waited, and gathered. The final blow came when I heard her voice behind the bathroom door one night. Soft, playful, not meant for me. Once it's done, the house is mine. He'll never see it coming. He's too soft. I didn't sleep after that. By morning, I wasn't a husband anymore. I was something colder, sharper. She thought the prenup was her shield. She had insisted on it before the wedding, presenting it as protection for both of us. In truth, it was her escape hatch, weighted heavily in her favor, crafted for the day she would leave. But she underestimated me. Months before the wedding, when drafts were passing back and forth between lawyers, I slipped in one change. Just a single paragraph, dense with legal jargon buried deep. It redefined marital property. Any asset she tried to hide, transfer, or claim dishonestly would automatically revert to me in full. It was a kind of clause that only mattered when it was too late to undo. And today it was far too late. She strutted into court in a designer dress, certain she'd walk away richer. I let her bask in that illusion. Every hidden dollar, every lie, every scheme had led her here, and now her arrogance would cost her everything. Her attorney's throat tightened as he read. His eyes darted between the papers and her, realization dawning like a blade. The judge leaned forward, intrigued. The language was airtight, my language. Her smirk cracked. "Fix it," she hissed under her breath. But there was nothing to fix. She had stashed accounts in her sister's name, shifted property titles quietly, assuming I was blind. But the clause yanked everything into the light. Not only into my hands, but into official record. Her lawyer's whisper wasn't just to her. It was to himself. The house, the accounts, what did you do? In that moment, she knew she had handed me everything. The ruling was swift. The prenup, she thought would gut me instead, stripped her bare. The house reverted to me. The accounts drained back. Even the assets she thought untouchable were exposed as fraud. She left pale and trembling, no smirk, no triumph, just silence. I watched her walk out. I felt no gloating, no rage, just a cold, steady calm. She had treated betrayal like a game. She forgot I knew how to play better. Do I regret it? No. She wanted a war. I gave her strategy, silence, and a single signature she never bothered to notice. She believed she was sharper, untouchable. But in the end, she taught me a lesson I'll never forget. Love is blind. Betrayal makes you see with perfect clarity. And with that clarity, revenge writes itself in ink that never fades.